Most of the times when I'm doing cold soaking, I'm using a Ziploc bag or a Ziploc, plastic container like this. So there's some advantages of being able to have a sealable lid. And that's when you need to soak things for a long time and you're worried about leakage. So this is a can of chicken breast. And when you take this and dry this, typically the instruction people will give you is to break it apart into small pieces. Now this 9-ounce can will dry down to about 2 ounces. So that's the advantage of dehydrating it. One of the issues though is when you start eating, dehydrated food like this has been shredded down, it starts looking kind of like, not baby food, but I guess toddler food. So one of the things that I've been doing is instead of breaking it into small chunks, I've been leaving it in big chunks. Now it's just a texture thing, it's just, it's because of the way I prefer it, but these are big chunks. Now the big chunks are going to take longer to rehydrate. So that's where this comes in and becomes a great advantage, because some of this could take 4 hours to hydrate. So let's say you're getting ready to make dinner. At lunch, you take your break, you take your dump that in there. Okay, and we're just going to add a little bit of water. Now, I'm going to make this kind of a cold Thai salad. This is going to be a no-cook meal. So I also have a batch of dried peas and carrots. Now these are straight out of the frozen vegetable sections. You just take the carrots and peas and dry them, so they're not freeze-dried. So these also take a while to rehydrate. So pour that in there, and we're going to add a little bit of water. More cover over the top, because as it rehydrates, let's see, it'll start filling it up. So you got a little bit of volume, so maybe, an inch over the top. All right. Now here's the beauty of this container. Now I put the lid on it. I snap that down. Now, I've got a waterproof container. I can flip it over. It's not going to leak. It was designed to hold things like alcohol and toluene, so it's going to be leak tight. Now, the advantage is, now here's just my day pack. Easily, this will fit in your side pocket. It's leak proof. And you just go about your hiking business. So, it doesn't interrupt anything you're doing. It's only filled with a little bit of water, lets it rehydrate, and we're going to take a look at this in, say, about 4 hours or so. All right. So, I didn't plan my video out that well because at the end of the day, I just have too much volume. All that chicken that I put in there and the potatoes just filled it up. Because normally what I would do is I would soak this for several hours, and then what I would do is add noodles into it, but I don't have enough volume for that, so I'm going to have to pour this out. And it's kind of good because you can see well, first you can see I had too much volume there, but you can see that it's rehydrated pretty well. I got some pretty big chunks of chicken, pretty big chunks of carrots in there. So, all good. So we're going to do the noodles separately. And this is what I expect the majority of people to do anyway. A lot of people, when they're talking about cold soaking, they're cold soaking ramen noodles. You can do lentils, you can do a number of other things, but ramen's probably going to be the most popular, probably out on the trail. So again, you're just going to drop your pieces in there. And ramen actually hydrates in about an hour or so. I'm just going to cover that up. Okay. And they're going to have to mix this together in one big bowl because this is actually a serving for two. So we'll come back in about an hour and I'll show you what the ramen looks like. Again, you can see my ramen swelled up. So wrong sizing, because again, this would have been should be a servings for 2. This is the dehydrated chicken, and it's got some carrots and peas in it. And I'm a little lazy today, so I'm just going to dress it with some peanut sauce that I have. Normally I would just make a sauce. So there you go. There's an advantage of doing cold soaking. This is cold soak ramen noodles with dehydrated chicken and carrots and peas slathered with a bit of peanut sauce. So nice container. Perfect size for 1. Maybe I'll do some research and find a cold soak container that's the size for 2. Anyway, come visit us at www.FlatCatGear.com.